You know what I'm saying?
So Ukraine deserves the ass whooping they get.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, let the chips fall because
I'm picking up the chips and I'm trying to cash them in.
That is going to be seen a certain way. It's going to cause more conflict. It's just like, listen, first of all, they're fighting over what they would call holy land.
Remember what Trump said about it? We don't care. We just want to make money.
It's a hellhole.
That's worse. Okay, so you were...
Oh, yeah. So you don't just get to piss in nobody's potting plants, you know, just because you decide that their religion is generating a certain attitude towards a certain set of people. So essentially what they're saying is the ideal of Islam is in conflict with the ideal of Judaism. And because they are next door neighbors, they cannot live in peace because there is something at conflict here, which is the young lady's question, which is, how can we solve this ideologically so we can coexist? Because there are places where these two religions coexist in peace, including America. So there should be the problem isn't the ideologies. The problem is the ideologies in that region.
Okay, so I think we need to separate ideologies within the region, right? Versus ideologies within the religion. Okay? Right. She's talking about, the questioner is talking about, what are Israelis, okay, which is not a Jewish label. What are Israelis doing to bridge the gap with Muslims, which is a erroneous term to put in this situation.
Should be Gazans.
Gazans. What are Israelis doing to bridge the gap with Gazans?
Right.
But see, the problem is you're not going to get too much traction with those sorts of questions because that only has to do with Israel and Gaza. It don't have nothing to do with nobody else. So I'm not concerned.
So why would anybody from the region even have a place in that conversation? Because they don't even know enough about what's actually going on, what actually is the true conflict between those two groups of people, not those two religions. It's not really a religious war. Religion is just being used as a cover, a blanket over it.
Because you would ask someone from Gaza, why are you guys upset with the Israelis? They'll sit and say, well, they sent a bomb over here that killed two of my cousins. And then you go to the place where the bomb came from and say, why are you guys having an issue with Gaza? Because they sat and raided us in the middle of the night and took two of our women hostage and killed one. And then you go back to that place and they say, well, we did that because they had one of our soldiers hostage over there for 10 years. Now, why do you have him hostage? Because he committed a crime when he was 17, which was 30 years ago.
I got you.
That shit. So here's the thing. That's not a religious issue right there. However, what I hate with a third passion is when people want to cover... a third passion, okay? I'm a third, all right? I hate with a third passion when people want to use religion when it's convenient to make a point. And I feel like the questioner was doing that. Because I noticed at the end, she said, well, as an American Muslim. And it's like, no, you were... And that's another part. When you have foreigners that come and get citizenship here, they tend to be their country first, then American. If they're even going to say American. So when she spoke as somebody who's from over there. She didn't speak as an American because what do we got to do with that? Except for the 4 people that passed away. She didn't mention that at all. She didn't say, well, as an American Muslim, I feel horrified that one of my fellow citizens passed away, and I don't want that to look bad on people like myself who are not, native to America, whatever the case may be. She didn't say anything of that. She just want to know, what are y'all talking about? So that tells me everybody's intentions is in the wrong place. So here's the solution to all of that. If we want to talk about the religious part of it, technically, according to the Quran and the Bible, Jews are supposed to rape and pillage places. That's just what they've been doing for a minute in the Bible. And if you Muslim and you believe in the people of the book, then you believe that God told them to do that. So why would you be upset that they still doing what God told them to do in your Quran? Yeah, I know that's kind of like racy, but I don't understand. And on the other side, the Jewish side,
that we're supposed to be talking about solutions.
That is the solution. I'm getting there. Here's the problem. If y'all can't get it together, meaning recognize this is not about religion, this is about region. And in the region, y'all just don't like each other because you hate each other's religion because both of you motherfuckers are ignorant as fuck. I think Trump's idea was best. Let y'all fight it out, and whoever's still standing, we're going to sell you back your land. Because we're going to rebuild on it, and we're going to own everything on that joint. And if you want to play games, if anybody send a bomb over there on our property, you got a real war on your hands, not this petty shit. I like Trump's idea. Let's build it up. Put all the people out, because y'all don't want it.
Build it up.
I think Trump and everybody over here should buy property in Tel Aviv, all over Israel, and make it an American settlement. Because the state of Israel should be the 51st state. It should. We should have some say in something. Because if they don't want to leave Gaza alone, or the Gaza Strip, because I don't like calling it Palestine, okay? Like, if they don't want to leave these people alone and let them live and do their little, tourism thing, and everybody want to be fighting, listen, we can own all of that land. It's only the size of New Jersey.
Okay, so here's the issue. Right?
I'm for free commerce.
Hey, man, we'll trade you for New Jersey. Hey, look. Peace to Patterson. But, she said, why didn't you ask about the 4 Americans that died, right? Mm-hmm. Question would be, why were 4 Americans over there? It's not American. They weren't as tourists. Who were these 4 Americans, and why were they there? In what capacity were they killed? I'm pretty sure that Benghazi is a, what do you call that when America is imperialism?
A province. A province of.
It's not a province. This, like, they have these, it's not a consulate. It's like they have these bases, and it's not even a base. You can go there in any country. Like, if you get lost and you don't know, ain't nobody around this motherfucker speak English, and you ran out of money, you lost your passport, you can go there and say, hey, I'm an American citizen. I'm fucked up over here. Help me get home. Look up the incident.
Oh, hold on.
There's 4 American soldiers.
Let me see. Okay. Ambassador J. Christopher Stevens and U.S. government personnel, Sean Smith, Tyrone Woods, okay, and Glenn Daughtry died in the attack at the mission and the nearby annex in Benghazi. The announcement was made by Assistant Attorney General for the National Security, Matthew G.
Embassy is what it's called. A U.S. embassy. And they have U.S. embassies all over the world in all kinds of countries, especially allied countries. Well, here's the thing. Those were U.S. soldiers. Government personnel. You know what a GI is?
No.
Okay. G.I. Joe. You are considered government property. Right? There are rules that says you can't do certain things. You can't just go jump out of planes on your own. You can't just ride motorcycles and certain things, because if you injure yourself, after you heal up, you're going to go to jail because you damaged government property during your contract as a soldier. Mm-hmm. So, as a soldier, the reason that they take care of you is because you belong to them per your contract during your contract terms. So what happened is they damaged government property. Now, however, we see these as people, and to some degree, they are people, even though under their capacity, they were operating as government property. But the U.S. had government property. Those weren't American citizens. Those were government soldiers. So there's a difference between killing a citizen and killing a soldier. And I think being a soldier, getting killed in any conflict is a part of what you signed up for. So I think the outrage is a lot less than, say, the hostages that were in Gaza. You see, and what you were hinting at between there being a larger story that can be tracked down, and it's not about the religious factions or even per se where these people are from. These are personal issues. Mm-hmm. So the same way in America, we have a gang problem. Mm-hmm. And the Bloods are beefing against the Crips. The Bloods ain't beefing against the Crips. No, this family is beefing with that family. And this family have to be Blood, and this family have to be Crips. So their recruitment process is broadened by saying, hey, you Crip? Then what if them niggas if they get done with me, nigga, then they might come at you. They don't respect us because we this. And they do this us thing. No, they had a problem with you because your big brother slapped his little brother back in 76. And then his big brother came back and shot him. And then they came back and shot the funeral up. And then now that's a family rivalry has grown into something greater.
But you see how taxing just that is to say it, let alone for a whole group of people, i.e. Americans or the world, to have to keep dealing with this infighting that's going on in this region. Now, Benghazi being in Libya, and I know Libya is an extension of the Islamic State. However, they have a majority, they have Jewish influences.
So here's the thing. And I can't go any further than this, which is, one, should America be in all of these places? Because if we remove those 4 Americans, we ain't got shit to talk about.
My question is, what are we getting from them that we need to keep being involved? Like, do we get oil from over there in Palestine or Israel?
We already talked about why they over there. But
I don't remember. It was so vague.
For the same reason we in Ukraine.
What is that?
The little Bobby down the street.
What he got that we need?
He got location.
Canada has more that we need than they got.
Location.
Location.
I need a foothold. And I can't take a foothold through militarily because it wouldn't be seen right in the world. So that I don't get the world against me telling me that I have international war crimes because I took a foothold in a nation. I need an ally so that I can have eyes and ears and military and things that should military interaction be necessary. I can slide right up there to your next door neighbor and see what you got going on before I strike. You know what I'm saying?
So Ukraine deserves the ass whooping they get.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
At the end of the day, I feel like there is a lot of people talking about a lot of shit that they don't know shit about. Mm-hmm. And for the U.S. to say, we're going to go and claim this land is even more out of pocket than these 2 niggas fighting over these land.
That's never going to stop.
So, if it ain't gonna stop, do what he say. Let them niggas blow each other up. It ain't like there's nothing to save. You're just fighting over rubble in space at this point. So whoever, they say, oh, well, stop it. Somebody gotta stop it. You stop it. It's genocide. So,
but that's what Trump said. Trump said, why isn't the European Union or the other countries more involved in these things? Because they right there getting chewed up.
We didn't go into Africa to stop the genocide. We didn't do that.
We went in there for the mangoes.
We didn't go in there at all. We let whatever killing go on. We said, hey, nigga, if y'all need somewhere to go, you can come here. We'll give you refugee status. But we ain't coming to get you. But if you can get your way here, you good. We'll give you temporary refugee status here in America if you can get here and you find a way to get the fuck out. Now, if there's some Americans there on certain missions who can help you get out, shout out to you. But we're not going to send for you. Mm-hmm. So, in the same instance, I think the same thing should be offered for Ukraine. The same thing should be offered for Gaza and anybody else in these major conflicts where they can't get it under control. And people are being killed that aren't inside the conflict. Innocents.
I see what you're saying.
See what I'm saying? He said, hey, man, this shit too hot around here. Like, what if the U.S. was burning and it was going down? There's a new civil. We're like, hey, nigga. Right. We gonna go to Mexico or Canada until y'all figure that shit out.
Right.
And we'll come back and try to, fucking rebuild. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When this shit calmed down, but they should have, Mexico or Canada should receive us with open arms and say, listen, man, we don't really need y'all right now, and y'all gonna be a lightweight burden, but under the circumstances, come on. You know what I'm saying? If my neighbor's kids come out the house and say, my mom and daddy fighting, can we just come in? Yes, yeah, baby, come on. You hungry? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So okay. That's another solution. My solution is to take advantage. His solution is to let it be what it is. Right?
Yeah, let the chips fall because
I'm picking up the chips and I'm trying to cash them in.
That is going to be seen a certain way. It's going to cause more conflict. And just
From
like,
who?
Listen, first of all, they're fighting over what they would call holy land.
Yeah, got a lot of holes in it right now.
But you got to understand, whoever claims that land, it's kind of like, you remember, I don't know, you hood enough. You were.
Wait a minute, hold on. Nineveh is part of the Bible too, and nobody's trying to save Nineveh.
Listen what I'm saying to you.
And you know what Nineveh is at?
We talking about what they is trying to take. We ain't talking about what they ain't trying to take.
Well, here's the degree of separation. America having stake in both sides, as in ownership, kind of nullifies the reasoning for the fighting. It just do. It's not to say Americans are going to come and put them out and we're just going to flood it with American immigrants. That's right. Not what that means.
It's supposed to be for those people.
You see what I'm saying? It's for those people. Now, granted, we might be able to go over there without a visa now because it's a province or it's a
territory.
A territory, right, of America. I'm for Israel and Palestine, for that matter, being a tool of America completely, rather than, for instance, in Libya. People are fighting in Libya because of what's going on in Palestine and Israel. That's what this is about. So my thing is, you nullify it by saying, listen, I got stake everywhere. Who finna fight me? Now, the problem with the Israelis is they understand that they're there for a different reason than what America will come there for. America ain't coming there because of it being, like, remember what Trump said about it? It's a piece of shit. It's holes everywhere. It's just rubber. We don't care. We just want to make money.
It's a hellhole.
Right, hellhole. That's worse. So, it's like, that's worse. But I think Israel, and this is why I think they signed that deal, knows the ramifications of continuing to fight and cause America to have to keep coming in as the big brother to solve your little petty squabbles. The big brother is going to say, you know what? We clearing house. And now I'm the ruler of this shit. I'm not coming here. I run this shit.
Yeah, daddy come in and say, hey, y'all can't play together. Give me the fucking toy.
Pretty much.
Right.
So now that creates a better relationship with the other regions. You know why? Because everybody's going to do business with Americans.
I think we overestimate how much the world likes and or respects America. And it only takes all of this commerce
no bombs,
to begin.
More businesses.
It only takes all this commerce to begin for rogue factions. Because you got to understand, right?
They're the ones running it.
America is Debo. It's like, oh, here these niggas come. Protect your shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, right?
The reference.
You act like nigga, we'll hit your ass with a brick, nigga. Like, and we'll run if we need to.
No.
Like, nigga, we ain't gonna stand and fight you, but you will still get hit with a brick. You are not above getting hit in the head with a brick. Mm-hmm. So, what the Japanese did is they said, hey, nigga, we ain't worried about coming back. Only send motherfuckers who ain't worried about coming back. Because we throwing nothing but bricks.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, when you're dealing with a group of people who has these rogue individuals who's willing to not come home.
Yes.
They, like Christians, we love Christianity, just not on that level to be like,
let me
Jesus loves you. But, no.
Well,
no.
wait a minute. If America, let's say if the state of Israel and Palestine was an American province, there is no people on the Palestinian side or the Gaza side feeling like they're being encroached upon and they got bombs going off and da-da-da-da. Because, listen, this is an American province. We don't play that shit. Y'all will live and do your business and have tourism like a motherfucker.
So you're banking on the respect of America.
No, I'm banking on...
Because otherwise you have to bring American military in.
Right. Here's the thing. American military is on both sides. We have an embassy on the Gaza and the Palestine side, essentially on both sides of that, because they split. And we have our military covers the entire region. We everywhere. This is our shit now. Nobody is bombing shit. You know why? Because nobody's encroaching on nobody's house. Nobody's nothing. We own this our shit.
They don't like America either.
So what they gonna do? Swim to us and bomb us?
Israel ain't nothing but America's little brother. No. That's half the problem.
If
Israel wasn't in bed with America, they might be all right over there.
Let me tell you something. Trump knows that if he remotely told the president or Netanyahu, y'all should be the 51st state, not Canada, because we do a lot for y'all and we don't get as much back. He know that President Trump is not his friend when he say that. So, but he is telling the truth when he says we don't get half as much from you that we get from Canada and Mexico, and we will run their pockets. We ain't running your pockets, so we want to come over here and establish let's say American soldiers everywhere, so there is no bombing on us because we on Gaza side and on this side. That's just what the fuck we gonna do because we now own this shit. But you know why? Because y'all couldn't deal with it by yourselves. And this is why me, as President Trump, had to come in and seal the deal. So no, you don't get to bomb Gaza. You know why? Because you bombing me now. And Gaza don't get to bomb you because there's no reason to. We building shit here. Shit is working here.
So answer this. You go over there, you build it up, a rogue individual.
You put your soldiers on both sides.
A rogue individual. Bomb.
For what reason?
Because he feel like it. Fuck America being over here.
We got that here.
Huh?
We got people to do that here.
What I'm saying is that, niggas ain't walking around.
No, they walk around with AKs and going to schools.
This is true, but those are Americans doing shit on American property. You know what I'm saying? That's
where else they gonna do it?
That's house business.
Oh God, house business.
But what I'm saying, if Americans start doing that shit to Canada or Mexico, it would be a fucking problem, and the world would have a problem.
We have good relations with them enough to say, "Hold your horses."
This is what I'm saying to you. If they do that, even one motherfucker crank it up and say, "Fuck America, I don't give a fuck if y'all tough, bitch, I'm tough, and I'm ready to die."
Who they blowing up?
Whoever.
We're not there. We just own the land.
Listen to what I'm saying. They will absolutely be there. You think that Trump is finna build all this shit up and ain't no Americans gonna be over there?
Well, no. And here's the thing. I think Trump, because he's big on tourism, when he says we will build it up or assist with building it up, what he's saying is we want a piece of the pie monetarily because we ain't getting shit right now. So we want to make money on both sides. So there is no reason for Israel to be doing the fuck shit that they do on the other side. Because Israel has been encroaching on land that ain't theirs, claiming they from the Bible and shit. Like, there is none of that. We own all this shit. If you don't run it past the American desk, it ain't happening. So no, you can't go bomb the Gazans just because you feeling like it. No, that's not how it goes.
You thinking about Israel and Gaza and one of them breaking the broker.
Correct.
I'm saying that it don't even have to be Israel or Gaza. What I'm saying is America got enough beef around the world that just like, guess what? Who's backing up Hamas? Iran. Who's backing up Iran? Russia. You see what I'm saying? Like it's some niggas with some major nuts in this game that ain't showing their hand. So it ain't like, oh well, nobody else is interested over here. We just playing with some stragglers. No, these stragglers are tied in.
Well, okay,
nigga, they repping some real shit.
Here's the problem with, let's say, Iran, right? If Iran said, listen, because Iran does support the Palestinian cause. If Iran said, listen, we want to basically nullify this whole war. They're not in the correct political position because of the religious thing to sit and broker anything, let alone sit and run the game on some money shit. They're not in the right political position. Russia, no, they not. So that's why they only backing people up. America is the only one, strange as it may sound, who's in the correct political position to, one, be a broker, two, have interest on both sides, and then three, create a circumstance where there is virtually no need for Israel to think you're going to encroach and Gaza to think they're going to approach. There is no need because you're approaching America on America, period. This is America. Like, there is nothing else here. You guys can live on your ancestral land. You can call it the Holy Land. You can pray however you want. You can go to the Jerusalem and have all the meals and prayers you want. You can continue doing what you want to do, just without the bombs. You know why? Because this is our shit now. This is American territory.
So let's just address it from that standpoint. Let's say they got it all over
Libya
there.
is our friend.
Follow me.
Okay.
Right? What's the one thing that Americans voted for Trump for? Outside of borders.
Money.
What is MAGA about? What is the first principle of MAGA?
America first.
America first. So Americans have already had an adverse reaction just to the idea, because what we don't want is any military going out. If anything, we don't got to bring all the military back. But if any military get to moving again, it need to be coming back home. Because we feel like all of those extra conflicts abroad, all of these other places we stationed at to keep get the fuck back over here, nigga. Let them niggas work they shit out. Mm-hmm. That shit, like you say, hey man, it's a whole ocean between us. That's how the rest of America feel.
Yeah.
Let that shit happen over there. We don't be over there like that. And if we do, we'll take note and be careful. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? We don't need to spend all this tax money sending troops to get in other people's business, being the police of the world. So here's the question. If you do that, the first thing you have to do is send military to support, because what is an action without enforcement? So you can't say, hey, y'all be good. Y'all respect each other over here. Now we finna pour all of these trillions of dollars in here to make this look like something. And we're not gonna put anybody here to police it.
Let me ask you something. If we had property investments on both sides, to a degree, why do we need military intervention if, for instance, if Israel can no longer encroach on the West Bank and Gaza? No more. Because this is U.S. territory. That issue for the bombing now don't exist. We are not physically on the ground, but it is U.S. territory, meaning Israel, you got your shit. Don't come over here. Don't put no bombs over here. The people that are here are on American territory, just like the Virgin Islands. They're not Americans, but they on American territory. So nobody can bomb the Virgin Islands and think we not fitting to sit and run their pockets and or their whole country down to smithereens again. So, like, it's the same concept.
So what you're doing is you're leaving a beacon that is going to create a war, because this is why.
They don't want our money.
I'm going to tell you, it's not about money. It's about how much money
we're saving a lot of money right now.
It's about the amount of money that you're going to have to spend to stop what is imminent, which is another war in the same region with more expensive shit to blow up. So here's the thing, right? if I'm from Palestine, right, and y'all said, hey, it's peace here now because we running this shit, I'd be like, all right. Now, you killed my mother, my brother, my son, my wife. It's just me. I ain't got nothing to live for. I had every motivation in me to go kill one of these Israeli motherfuckers before I die. You think that feeling is just gonna dissipate? Like, I'm gonna just be like, well, shit, the U.S. over there now. What I'm gonna do? When they build the rail system and whatever else transportation, I'm going right through there. I ain't gonna do shit over here. Cause keep in mind, I got to see Israeli and Saudi and Jordanian and all these motherfuckers passing through every day having fun, where I can remember where my son used to play at. Like, these motherfuckers, man. Fuck all these niggas, right? Now, my enemy is still on the other side. It ain't like, oh, no Israelis is going to be able to come into this area now.
No, not coming to, but physically take the land.
No, they don't need to take it. They can just come and have fun in the places where they was doing all the killing. In the places where my people died. In the places where I don't even feel like they should be over here.
Okay,
my religion.
This is why Trump said, how about we ship them all out and we rebuild? And if they want to come back, they can. But when they come back, they're coming back to our shit.
But what I'm saying is,
they didn't want that.
They're not.
They're going
to take the war zone. They can't take the whole country.
Shit.
So I'm saying, if you got Israel on this side, you got Gaza, and then wherever the rest of the Palestinians is, that's on the far side of Gaza,
the West Bank.
Those people still going to be there on that opposite side.
Correct.
So what I'm saying is that when those people see all these people in between, reminding them of all of this fuckery that was going on, and they having fun, and they ain't having no fun over here, they're gonna say, somebody's gonna say,
the government,
I won't do shit over here where the American, hang on, listen to it all the way through, because I don't want to say it again. They gonna walk right through this neutral zone and go over here, Allah Akbar, right here to Jerusalem, right back over here where the Israelis at, and they get back. I'm gonna get my lick back to the person I meant to get it to.
Okay.
So you can't stop that from happening. You can stop it happening in between there, but you can't stop it from happening. If I want these niggas, I'm gonna get these niggas.
So here's the thing: everybody that signs up to be against Israel or the West, right, isn't doing it because they have a bone to pick, because they have a personal situation. That's not it. You see what I'm saying? Because at some point, that's not it. That's really not why they're doing it. Mm-hmm. However, there's some that do that. But the truth of the matter is, the justification is not simply because somebody in my family got killed at war or as a casualty. It's the ongoing issue of Israel, the people feeling like Israel does what the fuck it want to do. It don't have, there are rules, but they break them, and only when we break the rules does it people come in and say we deserve to be bombed because we broke the rules, but Israel been breaking rules. If Israel is forced to stay their asses in Israel and stop fucking around between the West Bank and Gaza, because that's one government, that's not two. Right, that's one government. Israel no longer becomes a threat to the rest of their neighbors if they are forced to abide by rules because you are surrounded on American territory to stay the fuck in Israel and be the fuck quiet in Israel, which is all the fuck you want.
The U.S. check Israel? Absolutely.
No, I don't want to check Israel. And like Trump,
no,
Trump wants to say, listen, we're going to surround this all American territory around you. You stay there. Period. Daddy came in. Yeah. There is no you going outside.
Take your little brother stay in his room.
Right. You gonna stay in your room because you don't get along with nobody. And guess what? We got this around here. We got good relations with all these people. We stay your ass in there. That's exactly what the Israelis need to do. And I think a lot of people, not every single person, but a lot of people in Gaza and in the West Bank and in the surrounding countries would appreciate the fact that Israel is abiding by the current rules that everybody else has to abide by. Like, that's all they really want.
I got it, but we're not talking about the majority. We're talking about the minority because
Here
the
we go.
minority.
Here we
Because
go.
just like what
I know.
what did my girl say? The one with the attitude.
So now you on her side?
Listen, what I'm saying. I'm speaking to her point. She had a fucking attitude.
Oh, God.
She didn't say she was wrong. What she said is that 25% of the people is the problem, not the 75%.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's less than that.
Okay.
I don't give a damn if it's 3%.
Okay. We can handle 3%.
But it don't stop incidents from happening.
It doesn't.
So, and that's why I said what you said is it may be a long-term solution.
Correct.
But in the beginning, it's going to be a bloody long-term solution.
You know what would be a real good solution?
What's that?
If everybody got up off them lands. Including
And just let that shit cool off.
Yeah, just everybody. Not just everybody around. No, everybody. Israel too. Because I'm be honest with you, I feel like Israel should be a U.S. province. It should not be its own independent state because it doesn't operate that way. Everything they do and don't do and get away with is because of us. Like everything they eating right now is because of us. Everything they breathing right now is because of us. Their military is because of us. What ain't because of us? They should be a fucking state.
Well, they weren't created in that fashion.
I got you. But right now we paying for it.
Right. We got sole custody right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Without the benefit of being able to go and claim them on our taxes.
Facts. That's big facts. I like that. So, that said, I think the young lady had good intentions, but you know, she wasn't hitting no shit.
She won't hit no shit. Oh my god. So
goddamn grumpy Smurfette was she had a whole attitude, but she may have been more right to some degree, but she was definitely biased, and I think neither one of them hit the mark because it's a bigger solution. And I think what you said was probably the most accurate. Is you just need a cooling off period, and this just needs to be military there that says no fly zone for nobody.
Right, no, not one, not nobody.
You know what I'm saying? Before we talking about rebuilding and putting shit, you don't get to build on top of what will. It's not even sacred, but there's been too much blood spilled there. It's way too personal right now. What did they say? Too soon?
Yeah.
It's too soon to try to, greening the pastures. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of just let this shit a season pass.
Oh, and to that point, I think that if we did do a complete silent, like a silent zone, silent treatment thing, and we had our soldiers on both sides, but it's it's time of silence, right? But we're not sending our soldiers to war. That's not it. Right. Because if any of our soldiers, like in Benghazi, something come up, I don't think neither side want that to happen.
No,
because
you don't want that smoke.
Yeah, you don't want that smoke because we America first. Understand, Israel will be a memory in the Bible fucking around with Trump. Don't play games, Netanyahu, okay? You cool. As long as you cool. Okay, because we first now, okay? We got our president.
Great White Hope.
Not the Great White Hope again. Okay, no. Okay,
MAGA.
No. Never mind. This is it. We're done. We're done here.
Okay. Bye.